you're thinking about buying a home or you're wanting to buy a home right now, this is for you. With rising interest rates, it's even more important to make sure your budget is dialed in. Today, we're going to talk about how to buy a home that won't bust your budget. The first thing you need to do is actually make a budget so you can see how a mortgage payment and homeowner expense will fit into that budget. Follow these 5 steps to create the perfect budget for you. Grab a coffee and a notebook or your laptop and work through these steps. So the first step is to actually add up all of your income. In this step, capture all of the income that you see. If you have a side hustle or do some work every now and then, add that into your regular income from your full-time job. If you have a partner that you're buying a home and sharing expenses with, add their income in here too. Next, step 2, list out all of your household expenses. Collect all of your monthly bills, open up your banking apps, and write down all of your expenses. I know this part is not fun and it can make you cringe a little bit, but it's the most important part. When you can see all your expenses, you can work on fitting other things into your budget. Once again, if you're buying a home with your partner, make sure you capture their expenses as well. Now on to step 3, which is to calculate your potential homeownership costs. Owning a home comes with more extra costs than renting does. You have to pay property taxes, HOA dues, and cover things like repairs and maintenance for the property. Be prepared for these expenses by budgeting them in. Remember, if you're moving into a new home, you'll probably want to furnish it, so consider budgeting a little extra for decorations and furnishing. Step 4 is important. You need to give your budget room to grow. Budgets are an ever-evolving thing because your life is always changing. Make your budget with this in mind and give it some space to grow, both on the income and the expense side. For our final, step 5, you're going to make adjustments to your budget. Take a close look at your budget, the income, the expenses, and potential homeownership costs. How is it looking? Can you afford a house? If things are seeming a little tight, look at your expenses. Are there things you can cut back? Or if you're pretty trim on expenses already, find a way to bring in some extra income. If your budget is looking great, even with all the homeownership costs, then you're ready to reach out to a real estate agent. Budgeting is one of the most important things you can do to ensure that you get a house that fits your lifestyle. Since one of the biggest buyer's regrets that people have is buying a home that's too expensive for their budget, you'll have much more success in finding a property that works for you. If you want more information on how to budget for your first home, or you just have questions about buying, send me a DM. I'd love to share my favorite budgeting app with you as well.